Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Monday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your online business. Welcome. Good to see you. Hey, it's a decent hour, if I may say so myself. I feel like I've been off for a few days. I don't know. I feel like I've been just completely off, But I hope that you've gotten some value from my lives and you are appreciating them still. But I apologize for the past few nights going on so late that I almost fell asleep myself. Team Money, welcome, bro. What's happening? Good to see you. Um, Today was an interesting day. This week is going to be a very interesting week. I'm going to spend most of the day with mom and then come home, like get home around maybe five, six ish, my time, obviously. And then I get to actually do some work. Um, so it's going to be an interesting week. It's going to be an interesting week. Today I was with mom today, so it was fun times. So tonight I want to tell you a little story. I just want to make sure I got the guy's name correctly. Okay, yeah. Um, I want to tell you a little story, and this is a story that excuse me. This is a story that was told at the convention. And of course, come on. Of course, I love stories. I'm side gig Sean, right? So I noted this down and I wanted to share this with you guys. Really love this story and what it says. My goodness, what is it? Hey, T Money, can you hear background noise? Samir, how are you? Namaste. Welcome, man. It's good to see you. Can you hear background noise? Is it bugging you? It's the heater. It's freezing, by the way. And it's pouring rain out here in Orange County. Pouring rain. So we're getting, rain in a couple of weeks, which is kind of neat. So the convention was insane. So watch my live from last night, and I talk about the convention. Okay, no background noise, beautiful. And I talked about convention yesterday, last night's live. So that was a good live. I think you'll get some benefit from it. So tonight, I want to tell you a little story about a builder who is a Japanese builder. And this guy is the man, right? This guy, I mean, he is very good at what he does. In fact, he's so good at what he does that he's always early, he's always pleasant with his employees, he's always getting things done on time, he's very professional, he's kind with everybody. Everybody loves to work with this guy. This guy's been doing this for 30 years and he's built some in unbelievable, incredible buildings. I mean, some incredible stuff. This guy has made castles. This guy's made in like I say, like 15,000 square foot homes, and every time that he's built a home, he's treated it like it was his own home. That's why he felt like, hey, I gotta show up early. I gotta be nice to everybody because I feel like this is my own home, right? So after 30 years, he decides to retire. He tells his wife, he tells his uh, kids, he says, you know what? It's time for me to retire. I've done this for 30 years. I've enjoyed it. We have a beautiful life. I'm just getting too old and I don't want to do this anymore. So he breaks the news to his boss. He breaks the news to his boss, and by surprise, his boss says, you know, we would hate to lose you. You are incredible at what you do, and you are a huge asset to our company. But then we also understand where you come from. How about this? We just ask you as a favor to do one last home. Just one last home. We have the land already, everything is already picked out. All you got to do is just do this one last project. The owner has really asked for you to do this home. And he says, you know, I really want to retire. I kind of don't want to do that next home. The owner says, listen, you and I have been in business for 30 years, and we both know how good you are, and there's nobody else like you. That's why this guy is asking you to do the job. He says, all right, you know what? I'm going to go home. I'm going to talk to my kids. I'm going to talk to my wife. I'll let you know tomorrow. He comes home. Hey, you guys, you can share, you can tag, you can throw hearts and stuff. You know that, right? At least show me you're alive. You're there. You're not asleep. So he comes home. He tells his kids and his wife. He says, you know what? They've asked me to do one more job, one more home, and I really want to retire. But he's really asking me, like he's asking me for a favor, and he's just really wanting me to do this. The wife says, you know, you've been there for this long. They love you, adore your work. Why wouldn't you do one more job? I think that would be good. You do one last job and you call it a day. And he says, okay. He says, okay. And just want to make sure. Okay. I forget his name. I'm going to drop his name at the end. So this time, his name is not that big of a deal. So I'll give you his name. His name is Koda, and he's a Japanese builder. And Koda, this time on the last home, he just didn't feel like going there early. He kind of didn't get there on time. He kind of nagged a little bit, complained a little bit. His supplies were a little late. They weren't really the best things that he always picks. He just, kind of did what he had to do, showed up as much as he needed to, and then kind of left. So he didn't do what he really had to do, or he was used to do for the past 30 years, right? He kind of took it easy on this one, right? He didn't give it all he's got like he normally does. And so it took him a little bit of time, and the house was completed. And he goes to his boss and he says, you know, the house is done. The house is done. And the boss says, thank you so much. You've done such a wonderful job here. I can't thank you enough. I know the owner is going to be very excited about this house. And I also know that this is going to be your last house and that you want to retire. And I respect that. So if you still want to retire, I respect that. And Coda says, I definitely do want to retire still. And his boss says, well, before you go, I do have a gift for you. I mean, you've been here for 30 years. I do have a gift. So he gets this box. He gets this box and is all wrapped up with a little bow. And then he gives this box to him. And then he says, go ahead, open it. And then he opens it. And inside the box, there's a key. And he says to his boss, there's a key in here. And he says, yes, that's the key to your new home. He says, my new home? What are you talking about? He goes, that last house that I asked you to build, that is my gift to you. If you knew that was going to be your house, would you have showed up late? Would you have used cheap material? Would you have been complaining and nagging all day, mean to everybody? Sometimes we never know. Sometimes we never know that last project that we do, how important it is. What kind of an impact it's going to have. Right? You never know. You never know that last project that you're going to complete. If you half-ass it, let's just call it, right? You never know. That may be the one that's supposed to be your big superstar or big break. The point is, in anything you do, in everything you do all that you can, which means do everything you can. Don't half-ass things, right? Put all your heart and soul into it. Give it all you got. Jim Rohn used to say, hey, if you're at work, be at work. If you're at the beach, be at the beach. Right? So I love this story because it has such a big impact at the end. You're like, you get that key, you're like, oh, and for 30 years, I showed up early. I used quality products. I was nice to everybody. I went home late. I made sure everything was on time. I stood there. I supervised everything. That's what I did for 30 years. And then that last one project, that turns out to be my own home, I have assets. So I'm asking you to pay attention to the things you do. Anything you do. If it's cooking, pay attention to it. Put your heart and soul to it. I promise you the food will taste a lot better. Promise you. Right? If it's a business, if it's a relationship, put your heart and soul to it. Focus on it. Have that intention to actually put in what it takes, right? So I hope you got some value from my boy Coda, right? Coda, sorry. See, that's why I said I get it wrong. Coda. And I hope you got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you guys. I haven't returned any messages yet. Like I said, I was with my mom all day. I'm gonna check some messages. I mean, there's so many right now. I'm gonna get lost. So I'm gonna start tonight. So I apologize for not responding and not being available all day. I apologize. I know I have a ton of messages. I know I have a lot of text messages. I have a lot of chats, DMs. I know I do. So, I mean, I see the numbers and it bugs me because I like it all clean because I don't like any notifications. Oh, that's a whole other life. But yeah, so I'll start doing them tonight. And I appreciate you guys. Hey, if you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love, tag a couple people. Come on, folks. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your online business. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much